Now let's talk about chain rule and implicit differentiation. So from Math 83, let's recall what chain rule is. Suppose y is a differentiable function of x. Assume further that x is a differentiable function of another variable, t. Then, by transitivity, y is also a differentiable function of the variable t. Moreover, dy over dt can be expressed as dy over dx times dx over dt. So, for functions of several variables, we have the following analogous formulas. So let z be a variable differentiable function of x and y. In turn, suppose x and y are both differentiable functions of t. Thus, z is also a differentiable function of a single variable t. Moreover, the formula for this for dz over dt, it would be partial of z over partial of x times ordinary differentiation of x over with respect to t plus partial of z with respect to y times ordinary differentiation of y with respect to t. Now, to remember this formula easily, may tree diagram tayo na pwede gawin. Okay? So suppose z is equal to f of x comma y, where x also depends on the variable t and y also depends on the variable t. Then, ito yung tree of dependency natin. Si Z, yung nasa pinaka topmost, and then, gawa ka ng branches, ito si X, ito si Y, so dependent siya kay X tsaka kay Y, tapos si X dependent kay T, si Y dependent din kay T. Now, since si Z nakadepende sa dalawang independent variables, okay? Dahil dalawa yung independent variables, we're going to use partial derivatives. Partial with respect to x, partial with respect to y. On the other hand, si x tsaka si y, they only depend on one independent variable, namely t. Okay? So we have here dx over dt, dy over dt, ordinary differentiation now. Okay? Later on, i-generalize natin yan. What if may isa pang dependent variable, hindi lang si t, halimbawa, for example, may s pa. Okay? What would happen to this ordinary differentiation? Okay, so let's look at some examples. Let z be equal to x squared y, where x is equal to t squared and y is equal to t cubed. Use chain rule to find dz over dt without direct substitution first. So let's use theorem, chain rule, so dz over dt, partial of z over partial of x times dx over dt plus partial of z over partial of y times dy over dt. Anong partial of z with respect to x? That would be 2xy. Partial of x with, dx over dt times 2t. Partial of z with respect to y, x squared. And partial of dy over dt, 3t squared. And then, isa-substitute natin uh, we're going to replace x in terms of t. So x here would be t squared times t cubed. So that would be 2t to the power 5. Ito naman, t squared squared. So t to the power 4. Simplified, we get 7t to the power 6. So that's one way. Use chain rule first before you substitute. Or kung mag-substitute muna tayo, x squared y, we get here t squared squared times y, t cubed, we get here t to the power 7. Okay, so pag kinuha natin yung dz over dt, that would be 7t to the power 6, confirming our initial answer. Okay? Now, how about if this is the case? Let z be a differentiable function of x and y, and in turn, suppose that x and y are differentiable functions of s and t. Dalawa na yung independent variable natin for x and y. Thus, z is also a differentiable function of s and t. Moreover, we have two partial derivatives this time. Partial of z with respect to s, tsaka partial of z with respect to t. Pareho lang din na halos yung formula. Partial of z muna with respect to x. Okay? Titingnan natin sa tree diagram, no? Partial of z with respect to x. multiplied by partial of x with respect to s. Okay, so parang nagka-cancel lang to. dz over ds plus partial of z with respect to y multiplied by partial of y with respect to s. So notice, itong s parang siya yung pinakadulo dito. Okay? Wala akong makikitang t dito. So, in effect, parang nagka-cancel din tong y na makukuha mo dz over ds, dz over ds. Tapos yung pangalawa, partial of z with respect to t, partial of z with respect to x, you still go down this branch, and then you go down this branch, partial of x with respect to t, plus partial of z with respect to y, and then partial of y with respect to t. Okay, so you see a tree diagram here. Kasi si z, dependent siya sa dalawang variables, so partial. In the same sense, si x, dependent din sa dalawang variables. So, hindi na to ordinary differentiation. We now use partial derivatives, partial with respect to s, partial with respect to t. So to get again this one, just draw the diagram. Itong three diagram natin, z, ito yung partial ni z with respect to s. So you trace from z to x, and then x to s, and then z to y, plus yon z to y to s. Pag t naman, z to x pa rin, pero x to t plus z to y to t. Okay? So let's look at examples. Suppose we are given z is equal to e to the power of x1, where x is equal to 2s plus t, and y is equal to s over t. Find partial of z with respect to s and partial of z with respect to t at s comma t is equal to negative 1, 1 using chain rule. So, una, ganito ha, hahanapin mo natin itong mga partial derivatives bago natin i-substitute yung negative 1, 1. Okay? So, notice here, ito muna yung observation natin. Negative 1, 1, it corresponds to t and s. Okay? Yun ang unang observation, ha? So, isolve muna natin itong partial of z with respect to s. So, using the formula, so z, ayan, ito pala, mas maganda ang aking solution dito. Si z ay dependent kay x and y, si x dependent kay s and t. So, we have this scenario here. Okay, we can write y as s times t to the power negative 1. Now, with this formula here, partial of z with respect to x times partial of x with respect to s plus partial of z with respect to y times partial of y with respect to s. So partial of z with respect to x, ito yun, ang constant ay si y, so e to the x, y times y. Chain rule itong isang to ha, itong y, times, ano yung partial of x with respect to s? Partial of x with respect to s, the derivative ni x with respect to s, 2. Plus, partial of z with respect to y, e to the x, y times x, again, chain rule ito, and then partial ni y with respect to s, si ti, variable, constant lang, so ito yung variable, s ang variable, so y is equal to t inverse. Ito yung variable, constant natin, so 1 over t. Okay, so simplifying, we get 2y e to the xy plus x e to the xy over t. In the same fashion, we can also solve for the partial of z with respect to t. Ganun ulit yung partial of z with respect to x, partial of z with respect to y. You just copy it. Kaya, pag sa exam, be careful kasi magdo-domino effect yung mga solution niyo pag nagkamali kayo sa isa. Pwedeng makopya nyo kasi itong dalawang ito dito. So, kaya ingat. So, we just have to solve for partial of x with respect to t. Partial of x with respect to t, that would be 1. Partial of y with respect to t, that would be negative s t to the power negative 2. So simplifying, we get this expression. Y e to the power xy minus sx e to the power xy over t squared. Okay. Now, we are going to evaluate this at s comma t is equal to 1, 1. Ganun din ito. I-evaluate natin sa s comma t is equal to 1, 1. However, there's a problem. Okay? S is equal to negative 1, t is equal to 1. Ang papalitan lang natin dito ay wala tayong mapapalitan. Walang S and walang, ito lang, kung mapapalitan, may S pala. Sorry, may S and may T. Ito lang yung mapapalitan natin ng 1. Ito, mapapalitan mo ng -1. Ito, mapapalitan mo ng 1. How about y and x? Hindi mo sila pwede i-replace ng -1 and 1. So what we do here is, since ito yung pinaka-independent variable natin, if s comma t is -1, 1, hahanapin natin yung corresponding x comma y value nila. Since x is equal to 2s plus t and y is equal to s over t, we get here x is equal to 2 times -1 plus 1. Ito yung s, ito yung t. We get x is -1. On the other hand, y is equal to s over t. We get -1 over 1. We get -1. What does it say? Kapag ang s, t mo ay -1, 1, ang x, y mo ay -1, -1. So we are now ready to replace here y by -1, x by -1. So doing so, we get this back here. 2 times -1 e to the power -1 to the -1 times -1 plus -1 e to the power -1 times -1 all over 1. We obtain -2e minus e, -3e. Sa kabilang banda, what we get here, it would be -1 times e to the power -1 to the -1 times -1 minus s is -1 times -1 e to the power -1 times -1 over 1 squared. We get -e minus e, and so we get -2e, confirming the solution from this previous slide. Okay? So ganun na, ganito yung mag-chain rule. So be careful kung ano yung given sa inyong value dito. Kung pinaka-independent ito, you have to look for the values corresponding to this one. Parang nung nagpaparametrization tayo nung math 84. Okay, so let's look at this general chain rule. So pwedeng mas marami ka pang independent variables sa ilalim. So suppose that u is a differentiable function of n variables, x1, x2, unto xn, x sub n. In turn, suppose each x sub I from 1 to n is a differentiable function of m variables t sub 1, t sub 2, up to t sub m. Then u is also a differentiable function of the m variable t sub 1 up to t sub m. For each j 1 to m, we have, so ano to class ha? Kapag marami na kayo dito, kunyari meron pa kayo dito u, may u pa kayo dito, madadagdagan pa kayo dito ng partial of z over partial of u. So, you can imagine there would be, kung merong ano dito sa ilalim, may t sub m, meron kayo ditong du over dt, magsimula kayo sa partial of u over partial of t sub 1 hanggang t sub m. Meron kayo ditong m partial derivatives na solve. Tapos ang ano niya, du over dx1 times dx1 over dt1. Okay? Sorry. Kasi t1 pala to. Kunyari, t1 na lang ito. Kung t1, du over dx1 times dx1 over dt1, tapos du over x2, tas dx2 over dt1, plus du over dxn, tapos dxn over dt1. Ang dami nun. Okay? So dito meron kang meron ka dito ano, m partial derivatives, tapos meron ka din dito ano, n naman dito. N. Kasi 1, 2, n. Okay? May n ka rito na terms, may m ka rito na, m na partial derivatives. O kasi baka lumabas sa lecture exam. M dito, dito n naman. Okay, n naman dito. Okay? So suppose ito yung example. Yeah. Suppose ganito yung ano natin. Maglagay tayo, so tingnan natin yung mga partial derivatives natin. And isulat natin kung paano yung ano, kung paano yung notation natin. So kunyari, si Z, dependent siya kay X and Y. Si X, dependent kay R, S, U, V. Si Y, dependent kay R, S, U, V. Okay. So, Z depends on X. So, meron kang, nandito sa, nasa leftmost and yung leftmost, etong mga partial derivatives mo, kung sino yung mga variable mo, yung pinaka nasa ilalim. So, partial of Z with respect to R, partial of Z, kasi no, si X apat na yung nandito, no? Kung isa lang yan, V, dx over dv. Pero dahil marami, partial of X over partial of V. So, dz over partial of Z over partial of R, partial of Z over partial of S, partial of Z over partial times over partial of U, partials of Z over partial of V. And we have the following uh, product. So a partial of Z over partial of R, dx over dr. Sorry, dz over dx times dx over dr. So lahat ng mga may R plus dy, dz over dy over dr. Now, kung may pangatlo pa dito, kunyari, W, R, S, U, V, meron ka pa dito plus partial of Z over W times W over R. Pangatlo pa yun. Okay, magdadagdag ka pa. So sa ZS naman, dz over dx, x over s, plus dz over dy, plus dy over s. And then, dz over d, sa yun naman, dz over dx. Actually, pansin nyo pa ulit-ulit yung dz over dx plus dz over dy. Nagpapalit lang yung mga nandito sa ano, yung term na to, yung second and fourth term. Okay? Now, paano pag may pang limang variable ka pa? C, T, si Y. Wala tong T. Okay lang yun. Di dc over dy, pero partial pa rin. Kasi dalawang variable ito, xy. So partial of z over partial of, sorry. Ito, partial of z over partial of t pa rin. Pero, ano ang relationship ni z kay t? Is it partial of z over partial of t or dz over dt? Partial pa rin. Kasi, si t nakikishare siya ng space sa apat na to. Pero kung mag-isa lang siya, kunyari, yan lang to, y, t, ayan, kung y, t yan, edi partial of z, sorry, o partial of z over partial of y, mangyayari, kasi ito ay y, ito ay t, yan, isa lang, pinakailalim mo, isa lang, so ito, dz over dt is equal to. Parang ito, no, pag isa lang, titingnan nyo lang, pag isa lang yung pinaka nasa ilalim, isa lang yung nasa pinakailalim, dz over t. So, ganun din dito, dahil kung isa lang yung nasa pinakailalim, y and t, dz over dt, it would be equal to partial of z over y. It would correspond to this part here, kasi share niya si x, times dy, ordinary, kasi isa lang yung nasa baba ni y, dy over dt. Okay? So watch out kung ilan yung mga variables. So para malaman niya kung partial or ordinary differentiation ang gagamitin. So let's have this example here. Let u to the x squared plus yz, where x is equal to pr cosine theta, y is equal to pr sine theta, z is equal to p plus r. Find partial of u with respect to p, partial of u with respect to r, and partial of u with respect to theta. When p is equal to 2, r is equal to 3, and theta is equal to 0. Now, please remember, solve first for the partial derivatives before you substitute the values. Okay? So, looking at the solution here, okay, ito na yun. So, we have this tree diagram. CU, dependent siya kay x, y, z. So, sure ka na partial ito. Partial of u over x. Partial of u over y. Partial of u over z. Tapos si x, dependent kay p on theta. So ito, sure ka, partial of x over p na yan. In effect, si u, pagdating kay p, kasi may ka-share siyang r, partial na rin yan. Partial of u with respect to p. Okay? Si y, ganun din. P r theta, pero si z, p and r lang. Walang theta. Okay. Okay. Tapos dito sabi, if p is 2, r is 3, and theta is 0. So remember those values. P is 2, r is 3, theta is 0. So, ito yung formula natin. Anong partial ni u with respect to p? That would be partial of u with respect to x times partial of x with respect to p plus partial of u with respect to y times partial of y with respect to p. And then si z pa, partial of u with respect to z times partial of z with respect to p. Ano naman ang partial of u with respect to theta? Partial of u with respect to x times partial of x with respect to theta plus partial of u with respect to y times partial of y with respect to theta. Walang z part kasi wala itong theta. Okay, so dalawang ano lang, terms lang. So, when we substitute, okay, so ano yung partial of u with respect to p? Okay, partial of u with respect to p, partial of u with respect to x, that would be 2x. Partial of x with respect to p, that would be r cosine theta, plus partial of u with respect to y, partial of u, ito pala, u with respect to y, that would be z, partial of y with respect to p, that would be r sine theta, partial of u with respect to z, that would be y, partial of z with respect to p, that would be 1. Ano naman ang partial of what's happening here? I'm confused. Bakit may partial of u over u? What's this? Wait lang class ha. Hindi ko na, something that. Partial of u over u. Partial of u. I think this is a. Ah, sorry. This should be partial of u over partial of u. Partial of 2. Evaluated at 2, at p is equal to 2, r is equal to 3, and theta is equal to 0. So, when r is 3, ayun yung ano natin na values, no? 2, 3, 0. So, etong r, papalitan mo ng 3, etong theta, 0, r by 3, theta by 0, and then, anong value ng x, z, and y? Again, you cannot just substitute 2, 3, and 0. So we have to look for the respective values of x, y, and z. Sabi dito, kapag ang x mo, kapag ang p mo ay 2, ang r mo ay 3, ang theta mo ay 0, ang x mo ay 2 times 3 times cosine 0, that would be 6 cosine 0, x is equal to 6. Similarly, you get here 2 times 3 sine 0, 6 sine 0, y is 0. And z would be 2 plus 3, z is equal to 5. So replacing those values, x by 6, y by 0, and z by 5. So ito 5, pero ang sign 0, 0. Ito naman 0, so you get 2 times 6, 3 cosine 0, that would be 1. Oh, sorry, 3 times 2 times 6, so 6 times 6, 36. We get 36. So we get the value 36. Okay? And you do the same thing for the other two. Matrabaho talaga siya. Okay? Matrabaho ito, you get 24 and 30. So, verify na lang na ganun lang yung process. Mahaba lang talaga. It's a matter of outlining the formula, logging in the derivatives, tapos mag-evaluate natin. Pag nag-evaluate, alamin nyo pa rin kung ano yung corresponding values for those variables na dito sa middle ground. Okay? At baka pala yung ibang ano. Okay. So, let's have this mind-boggling medyo itong isang to. Ah, bihira naman tinatanong tong problem na to, pero baka lumabas sa laboratory. So, suppose z is equal to x squared plus x1, and x is equal to 2r minus s, and y is equal to r squared plus s. So, you can also ask what's the second derivative of z or the second partial derivative of z with respect to r. So, tingnan natin. Ganito gagawin natin, no? Isasolve muna natin yung partial of z with respect to r. So look at the diagram here. Z depends on X and Y. X depends on R and S. Y depends on R and S. So let's draw the diagram. So ito yung diagram natin. And we have these relationships between X, R, S, and Y. So partial of Z with respect to R, Z with respect to R, that would be partial of Z with respect to X times partial of X with respect to R plus partial of z with respect to y times partial of y with respect to r. Okay, let's fill in the details. Partial of z with respect to x. Partial of z with respect to x. That would be 2x plus y. Partial of x with respect to r times 2 plus, ito naman ay partial of z with respect to y. Sorry, partial of z with respect to y. That would be x. Partial of y with respect to r. Okay, so simplify lang natin. We get here 2x times 2, 4x plus 2y plus 2xr. Now, ang ginawa ng original is, ito yon ang ginawa ng original, ito yung nakuha natin ngayon, bago kunin yung partial derivative, so kukunin natin yung second order partial derivative. Basically, derivative ito. Yun, second derivative. Now, to get the second derivative, ginawa niya term by term. Okay. So, yung x, basically partially x with respect to r, yung partially y with respect to r. Kasi ito, magpa-product rule tayo. Okay? Now, there's another technique on how to do this. Kaysa uh, yung isa-isa. So, gagamitin natin, syempre, kasi dito, naman yung partial derivative ni r ng x and y. Yun lang eh. Hindi natin nagamit yung knowledge natin na bago na may tree diagram. So, ito yung meron tayo doon. Partial of z with respect to r. Kukunin natin yung derivative yan. So, gagawin natin, tignan mo ngayon, ito na yung bago nating function ngayon. Let's call it W. Okay. Si W, dependent siya sa tatlong variables, namely x, y, and r. Okay. So, x, y, ito yung bago nating function. Ito yung W. X, y, and r. Okay. Tapos, si x, dependent din kay r. S. Si y, dependent din kay r. S. So, what happens here? So, ito ba si R? Part siya nitong middle here. O nito nasa pinakailaga? Huh? Doesn't matter. Kung ilalagay mo siya sa middle tier or sa pinakailalim. What matters here is the second derivative can be expressed as the derivative of the first partial derivative with respect to R. Okay? Ano, di ba? Ito yon, derivative nito with respect to R. Kasi bakit siya partial? Ito yun, di ba? Yun. So bakit siya partial with respect to R? Kasi sa pinakailalim mo, ito, dependent pa sa dalawang variable, R and S. Although si S hindi nag-a-appear dito. Okay, yun. Pero kasi, intrinsically speaking, si X and Y, dependent pa rin kay S. Kaya even though hindi nag-a-appear si S dito, si S, mag-a-appear pa rin sa diagram. Kaya partial derivative with respect to R. So we express it as partial of, eto lang, papalitan natin ito ng W with respect to R. Yan yung ano natin, ito yung sinusolve natin ngayon. Okay? So ano tong diagram natin? So we go down. with respect to x mo, notice blank to, no? Kasi ito partial of this one. Ito yung w. Ito yung w, partial of w with respect to x times partial of x with respect to r, okay, plus, laging dalawa lang ito plus, dalawa lang ito bago. Partial of z with respect to y, ay w pala, w with respect to y times partial of y with respect to r. And finally, may isa pa, partial of w over partial of r. And notice, we enclose it in a quote and quote. Kasi notice, pareho sila ng notation. Okay? Lagyan nyo na siya ng quote and quote. Okay, kasi ang ibig sabihin lang nito, ito talaga yung sinusolve natin. Nagkataon lang na pinalitan natin, yun nga because it's sloppy notation, meron ka pa kasing nandito sa pasawaw. So, hindi pareho ito ha, hindi magka-cancel yan. Kaya quote and quote, kasi eto, etong si W, dependent siya kay R. Okay? Yun yung sinasabi, dependent siya kay R. Yun yung sinasabi ng part na to. Pero ito yung ang sinasabi dito, ito yung sinosolve natin. Ito yung buong expression niya. Parang meron siyang, may copy siya sa loob ng sarili niya. Yeah, it's a bad notation, pero using the T diagram, ganun yung mangyayari. And then, we solve it. Ano yung partial of W? Ito yung W with respect to X. So, ito yung W with respect to X, that would be 4 plus 2R. 4 plus 2R. Ano yung partial of X with respect to R? Partial of X with respect to R, that would be 2. Plus partial of W with respect to Y, that would be 2. Partial of Y with respect to R, that would be 2R. Tapos yung partial of W with respect to R, that would be 2X. Okay? So hindi lang 2X ang sagot dito ha. Yung 2X nakahalo. And so pag sinimplify natin, we get 8 plus 4R plus 4R plus 2X. We get 8 plus 8R plus 2X, which agrees with our original answer. Okay? Para at least nakikita ninyo na ito parang very straightforward. No? Paano kasi kapag complicated yung expression nyo dito at hindi na basta-basta madaling mag-solve ng second derivative. May mga ganung scenario na hindi na madaling mag-solve ng second derivative. So, you have to rely on the concept that we just learned. Okay. Now, let's go back to Math 83. Meron tayong theorem way back in Math 83. So consider x cubed plus y cubed is equal to 6xy, where y is a differentiable function of x. Papasolve sa atin dito, dy over dx, ordinary differentiation. Para masolve mo yung dy over dx dito, we use technique implicit differentiation. I hope you remember that. So, tatlo yung techniques natin from Math 83. Namely, the basic or ordinary differentiation. Yung ginagawa nyo yung n times x to the power n minus 1, product rule, quotient rule. And then we have the concept of implicit differentiation. We use implicit differentiation kapag mahirap i-isolate si x away from y. And lastly, we have the concept of logarithmic differentiation. Ang logarithmic differentiation, kapag yung expression mo, maraming product or maraming quotient. Okay? So, for this part here, x cubed plus y cubed equals to 6xy. Mahirap i-isolate si y away from x. So to do this, what we do is we get the derivative of both sides with respect to x. So ang derivative ito with respect to x, that would be 3x squared plus 3y squared. And then keeping in mind that y is a differentiable function of x. So by chain rule times dy over dx is equal to, dito gagamit ng product rule. So 6 times derivative of this xy. So that would be 6 times x1 times y plus x times derivative ni y with respect to x dy over dx. So distribute, we get 6x dy dx plus 6y. Then combining all those with dy over dx in one side, we obtain here 3y squared minus 6x times dy over dx, lipat to sa kabila, tapos ito lipat sa kabila. Is equal to 6y minus 3x squared. So divide both sides by this term or by this factor, we get 6y minus 3x squared over 3y squared minus 6x. So ito yung solution natin from Math 3. Okay? Now, we'll use Math 85 to solve this problem. Okay? Paano to gawin? Math 85 technique. So we have here, suppose y is a differentiable function of x, and that capital F of x comma y is equal to 0 gives the implicit relation between y and x. So magpapakilala tayo ng bagong function, capital F, na nakadepende x and y, tas equal sa constant 0. So may bago tayong function, capital F, which depends on x and depends on y. Parang ito yon, depends on x and y. Papakilala na tayo ng bagong function. Tapos si x, dependent lang sa sarili niya. At si y, dependent kay x. So, if we differentiate capital F with respect to x, hanapin na yung partial. So, yan natin ito na ipapartial natin to both sides. Partial of this, tsaka yung, what do you call this one? Hanapin natin yung, kasi isa lang yung, pinaka-independent variable natin, isa lang. So, we're going to solve df over dx. Okay? df over dx, medyo ito yung magiging sloppy notation. No? Parang ito lang. Okay? Sloppy. May df over dx ka dito. Tapos df dx ka rin sa loob. Okay? Parang gano'n. So, df over dx, that would be df over dx is equal to partial of f over partial of x times dx over dx, isa lang kasi, plus partial of f over y times dy over dx. Ito yan. Okay? dy dx plus partial of f with respect to dy over dx. Tapos, ano derivative ito with respect to x? 0. So, equal to 0. So, we get here, ito 1 lang yan. So 1, ano makukuha natin? dy over dx would be equal to negative partial of f with respect to x over partial of f with respect. Yan ang implicit function theorem 1. So dy over dx is none other than partial of f with respect to x over partial of f with respect to y. To easily remember it, etong y nasa denominator, etong x nasa numerator. Tapos may negative ka. So let's look at our previous example. Suppose you have your x cubed plus y cubed equals 6xy. Magpapakilala ka ng bagong function. Let's say it capital F of x comma y. So let f of x comma y, bahala ka kung sino gusto mo ilipat sa left-hand side or sa right-hand side. It doesn't matter. So sabihin natin, ipakilala natin x cubed plus y cubed equals 6x, x cubed plus y cubed minus 6xy. Okay, ito yung function natin. Okay, so kung natin yung partial nito with respect to x. Ano partial with respect to x? Partial with respect to x, that would be 3x squared minus 6y. Ano partial with respect to y? Partial with respect to y is 3y squared minus 6x. Ano ang dy over dx? Negative fx over fy. Mag-swap lang. Ano yung fx? 2x squared minus 6y. 3y squared minus 6x. May negative. And voila. Pareho sila. Pag finactor out mo yung negative dito, negative 3x squared minus 6y all over 3y squared minus 6x. Ayun yun. Di ba? Bilis. Math 85 style. Okay? So, suppose ito pa. Ganyan tayo. Sinh y plus sine inverse x plus 3y is equal to y squared minus 2x. Clearly, mahirap i-isolate si x away from y. So, you can use Math 83 technique here. So, makukuha mo dito, pag Math 83, cos y dy over dx plus 1 over square root of 1 minus x plus 3y squared. Okay? Times, derivative ito nga sa loob, that would be 1 plus 3 dy over dx is equal to 2y dy over dx minus 2. So you can see na napaka-cumbersome technique, no? I-isolate mo si x away from y. Now we have that choice if you want to use that, or you can introduce a new function, capital F of x comma y. So that would be sinh y plus sine inverse x plus 3y minus y squared plus 2x. And then we get the partial of f with respect to x muna. Partial of f with respect to x dito 0 plus, ito with respect to x, that would be 1 over square root of 1 minus x plus 3y squared times derivative ni x, 1, derivative ni y with respect to x, 0, minus ito 0 plus 2. Partial naman to with respect to y, that would be cos y plus, ganun din dito, 1 over square root of 1 minus x plus 3y squared times derivative nito, 0 plus 3 minus 2y plus 0. And then, just do the formula, fx over fy. May negative ka lang dito lagi. So that would be 2 plus this all over cos y. Cos y plus this. Yun, makukuha mo yung same answer. Pareho lang sila. Okay? Diba? Fun. Now, paano pag, ito na? Siyempre gagawin natin ano, itataas natin ng konti. So, consider the equation x cubed plus y cubed plus z cubed is equal to 1 minus 6xyz, where z is a differentiable function of two independent variables, x and y. Kanina kasi, yung mga problems natin, z, tas dependent pa siya kay x, dependent kay y, tas si x, meron pang r, s, t, r, s, c. Ito ngayon, special type na to, kung saan si z, dependent na lang kay x and y. Okay? Wala nang bababa pa si x and y. So, dahil may x and y na lang siya, where z is differentiable function of two independent variables, x and y, we have to solve for two things, partial of z with respect to x, tsaka partial of z with respect to y. In the same manner, yung unlike ng mga previous example natin, ito, straightforward, si z naka-isolate away from x and y. Okay? Dito sa problem natin ngayon, hindi na naka-isolate si z away from x and y. So, paano natin hahanapin ang derivative ni z or partial ni z with respect to x at partial ni z with respect to y kapag hindi natin ma-isolate si z away from x and y? So, if we use the regular implicit differentiation, wala pa ng technique. So, kung natin itong partial nito with respect to ng z with respect to x. Okay? Kabila rin with respect to x. So we get here 3x squared, 0 to, ito naman plus 3z squared times partial of z with respect to x. Okay, chain rule is equal to 0 minus, so ito, magpa-product rule tayo, minus 6. Tapos, x ay, kasi ito yung magiging ano niya, no? yz. yz yung magiging constant niya. So, yz plus, dito naman, si z yung variable. So, xy times dz, partial of z over partial of x. And then pag dinistribute mo yung negative 6, you get this expression. And then lahat ng mga may partial of z with respect to x, lipat sa isang side. So itong negative magiging positive, factor it out. Lahat ng mga walang partial of z with respect to x, lipat sa kabilang side. And then divide both sides by this factor here. And we get this expression. Ganun din isolve si partial of z with respect to y. Okay, ayan. So partial of z with respect to y, ganun din, no? Yung itong part na to, o nga, no, mas madali pala dito. Ito pala dapat ang ginawa ko. Partial of, ito naman, with respect to y, ito constant, so 0. Tapos y to, sino ang constant? Si x. Constant si x, no? Pag y, constant si x. Ang taya lang naman dito si y and z. So labas na si 6x. Okay. So, meron ka na lang dito dalawang variable, y and z. Mas madali pala to. Ano derivative ni y with respect to y? 1 times z plus, copying si y, and then partial ni z with respect to y. Ayun pala. And then you just do this arithmetic, and you get this same answer. Okay, so paano pag ganito yung scenario? Paano isa-solve pag hindi natin ma-isolate si x and y away from z? So implicit function theorem na naman. So when x, y, and z follow an implicit equation, computing for partial of z with respect to x and partial of z with respect to y can be simplified through a multivariate chain rule. If capital F of x, y, z is equal to 0 defines implicitly the relation x, y, z, so magpapakilala ka ng panibagong function na naman, capital F of x, y, z, sabihin mo, ito yung double v, no? Tapos, so, kumbaga, ihahalo mo si z, parang kanina, di ba, si y lang yung dependent. Si y yung dependent kay x. Pero gagawin, papakilala ka ng bagong function. Gagawin mo silang gagawin mong parang pseudo-independent si y ngayon. Etong capital F, dependent kay y. Magpapakilala ka rin ng bagong function, capital F, na dependent kay z rin. F depends on x, y, and z. X depends only on itself. Y depends only on itself. Pero si z nakadepend kay x and y. So in some sense, sa pinakailalim mo rito, dalawa yung independent variables mo, x and y. So you solve for partial of f with respect to x, tsaka partial of f with respect to y. Now, anong formula ni partial of f with respect to x? So partial of f with respect to x, that would be partial. Pag kinuha natin yung derivative nito on both sides, ito tawagin mo itong w. Okay? So that would be partial of w over partial of x. Ito yon, fx times dx over dx plus partial of f with respect to, say, y. Sorry pala, x pala muna. Wala palang x to sa ilalim. So partial of f with respect to x times dx over dx plus partial of z with respect to z times partial of z with respect to x. This is the partial of z to. Ito, dx over dx. Now, so y naman, walang y dito. So partial of f with respect to y times dy over dy. Okay? Isa lang kasi ang dito, no? dy over dy lang. Ordinary. Pero dito, partial of z with respect to y. Kasi dalawa, x, y. So, partial of f with respect to z times partial of z with respect to y is equal to derivative dito with respect to x or y, 0. And then we now solve for partial of z with respect to x. Kasi itong dx over dx saka dy over dy is just equal to 1. So we get here, partial of z with respect to x. We get fx over fc, partial of z with respect to fy over fc. Paano kami rin kanina? Partial of z over x, mag-swap lang. Yung z pupunta sa ilalim, yung x pupunta sa taas. Yung z pupunta sa ilalim, yung y pupunta sa taas. So let's have the following example. Let x cubed plus y cubed plus z cubed is equal to 1 minus 6xy, where z is a function of x and y. Ito yung example natin kanina. Find partial of z with respect to x and partial of z with respect to y. So what do? We introduce a new function. Sabihin natin ang function natin ay x cubed plus y cubed plus z cubed plus 6xyz minus 1. Then we get the partial of f with respect to partial of f with respect to x. Partial of f with respect to x, that would be 3x squared plus dito partial of f with respect to x. Ito ngayon ito yung constant, no? So 6yz. Partial of f with respect to x. Ito yon. Partial of f with respect to y, that would be 3y squared plus ito yung constant. So 6xz. And then, partial of f with respect to z, sila yung nasa denominator, that would be ito 0, 0, 3z squared plus ito yung variable, ito yung constant, plus 6xy. And then, don't forget your negative signs. Okay? O, di ba ang dali lang pala niya ng implicit differentiation? You have to remember, you use this kapag hindi na ma-isolate si x away from y. Okay. So, let's look at some examples here. So, tingnan natin yung, let me check. Okay. Tingnan natin yung number 3. So dito, suppose f is a differentiable function of x and y, and g of u comma v is equal to f of e to the power u plus sine v plus e to the u plus cosine v. Use the following table of values to calculate partial of g with respect to u, then evaluate it at 0, 0, and partial of g with respect to v, evaluate it at 0, 0. Okay. Now, wala kang given dito na function. Okay, wala kang given na function dito. Instead, um, f is a differentiable function of f, x, and y. So f, x, y. So, ito yung f of x, y mo. Si x, differentiable function siya ni u and v. So, we have this diagram here. A. So, si g, dependent kay u and v. Si f, dependent kay x and y. By this sense, okay, si x, dependent kay u and v. Ito yung diagram natin. Si G muna, dependent kay U and V. Si F, dependent kay X and Y. Pero si X, dependent kay UV. UV. Okay. Now, we have this relationship. Tapos, si X, dependent kay UV. Pero ano ba si X? Ito si X, no? E to the U plus sine V. Ito naman si Y. E to the U plus cosine V. Okay. So, isa-isayin natin. Ang partial of G, ang pinapahanap muna, partial of G with respect to U at partial of G with respect to V. Unahin natin itong partial of G with respect to U. Partial of G with respect to U, ito yon, dg over du. dg over du. Pero, etong dalawang to equal lang. So, what happens here? Partial of G with respect to U is the same as partial of F over partial of U. So, equal yan sa partial of F over X times dx over du plus partial of F with respect to Y plus dy over d. Same process as with partial of G with respect to V. So we get this formula here. Okay. Now, here's the problem. Ang problem natin, hindi natin alam um, etong partial of X with respect to U. Ma-solve natin mula dito. Pati itong partial of Y with respect to U. Ma-solve din natin dito. Okay? Pati ito, partial of X with respect to V and partial of Y with respect to V. However, si F, dependent kay X and Y, walang explicit function binigay about F. Basta alam lang natin F of X, Y. Kaya, eto lang siya, partial of F with respect to X, partial of F with respect to Y. So if you solve partial of X with respect to U, that would be e to the U. Partial of Y with respect to U, e to the U. Partial of X with respect to V, cosine V. Partial of Y with respect to V, negative sine V. So we get the scenario here. Yan pa rin yan. Pare-pareho lang yan, mga yan. Ito yon. So, partial of G with respect to U is equal to this times. Tsaka itong partial of G with respect to U. Now, ito yung importante. Kasi ang gagawin natin, okay, ito yung mangyayari. Ito, partial of F, okay, si partial of X with respect to U, katulad ng mga sinosolve natin kanina sa pinakataas. Yan. Notice here, ito na lang, itong example na lang. Ito. Yan. Partial of Z with respect to X. Or ito na lang. Partial of Z with respect to Y. Z with respect to Y. Mapansin mo, ang mga nandito sa mga variable na X and Y, yun nandito sa middle tier. Pero yung partial of Y with respect to T, ang makikita mo dito, yun sa pinakailalim, S and T. So parang magkakahalo, ito yung nasa middle tier, tapos ito yung nasa last tier. So ang gagawin natin dito? Kaya dito, kailangan mo i-specify kung ano yung, kung ano yung mga variable na nagko-correspond sa kanya.
Kasi pag binalikan natin itong part na to, itong problem na to, ito yon. And-expand natin ito. Si partial of G with respect to U, partial of G with respect to U, dependent lang siya kay U and V. So, dahil si G, dependent lang kay U and V, yung mga derivatives niya, dependent lang din kay U and V. On the other hand, si F, dependent kay X and Y. So mapapansin mo, si partial of F with respect to X, ang laman, ang mga variable na sa loob, X, Y, hindi pa U, V. Kasi hindi naman natin kinonvert si X and Y into UV. Ito pa lang yon. Unless, i-convert pa, pag kinonvert natin to ng EU plus sine V, edi, wag na natin, wag na natin pakialaman din to. Okay? So, XY to, yung partial of X with respect to U and V siya nakadepend. Si F, partial of F with respect to Y, X and Y then. Partial of Y with respect to UV. So, so ito, hindi siya nakadepend kay UV. Yet, because according to the given, F is a differentiable function of X and Y. Hence, if U and V are zero, okay, hanapin natin yung corresponding value ni X and Y. So if U and V are zero, we have to find the values for X and Y. After all, X and Y are functions of U and V. So if U is zero and V is zero, we get X of 0, 0 is e to the 0 plus sine 0, 1. Y 0, 0, e to the 0 plus cosine 0, 2. So, ito na yung kailangan natin solve ito. Partial of G with respect to U, 0, 0. Partial of F with respect to X, evaluate that 1, 2. Partial of X with respect to U, evaluated at 0, 0. Partial of F with respect to Y, 1, 2. And partial of Y with respect to U, 0, 0. Walang problema dito. Palitan mo lang tong U ng 0. So, makukuha mo, ito yon. Ito yung na-solve natin kanina. Itong dalawang ito. Ito lang yon. Partial of F with respect to X evaluated at 1, 2. Di ba lang natin yung notation? Tapos, e to the 0. E to the 0, cosine 0, negative sine 0. So e to the 0, e to the 0, cosine 0, negative sine 0. So we get here, e to the 0, that would be 1. E to the 0, 1, cosine 0, 1, negative sine 0, 0. Now, ano tong partial of F with respect to 1, 2, at partial of Y with respect to 1, 2? That's where the table comes in. Kaya yan na may dalawang number. So partial of F with respect to 1, evaluated at 1, 2, that would be 2. Partial of F with respect to Y, evaluated at 1, 2, that would be 5. Yun yung ipa-plug natin dito. 2, 5. So, replacing those numbers by, oopsie, 2 and 5, ito 2, 2, 5, 5, we get the values 7 and 2. Okay? So, ayan yun. Kapag hindi kayo given an explicit function, how are you going to able to look for the values of those partial derivatives? Okay? So, that's it. Ito, ano naman nasa math 85 tayo. So, I'll discuss this soon again. Okay.